Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to see you all on this warm May day. We're finally out of this craziness of cold, and you just had a storm. So we're here to welcome in spring and welcome in summer. And so we're going to start off with our first piece, Rêve venir du printemps. It's a French piece. The translation is in your program. So here it is by Claude Lejeune. So as I said, that piece welcomes in spring, and one of the themes that we have for this concert is the theme of love. And what better way to celebrate love than through springtime? And so that piece was written in the 1500s, and a lot of times the pieces that were written in this Renaissance era had kind of dual meanings of talking about spring, but also talking about love. And so that was one example from France, and we're now going to go up to England and take a look at some madrigals by a composer named Thomas Morley. And these are all spring madrigals, but as I said, they have this dual meaning of talking about love and talking about being in love during springtime. So these are 3 spring madrigals by Thomas Morley, sung by our chamber ensemble. So, what we just heard was what they call a madrigal or a ballad. And one of the main features of that is the fa-la-la-la-las. It's almost like a laugh as they go through. And it was a way to kind of show that it was joyous and fun. And so all these madrigals really tap into the idea of nature and spring being a joyous time, a fun time, and a time of love. We're going to move on now to a piece called Shall I Compare Thee? And this is written by a young composer. She's only in her 20s. She lives down in Florida. And she took the text to one of Shakespeare's sonnets and set it to this beautiful arrangement of it. And one of the things that it struck me was the idea of this love that she's talking about in all the different types of ways that it affects in nature. And so I'm going to read to you, you don't have the text, but I'm going to read to you the sonnet because I think it helps give an idea of what the text is. So, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease has all too short a date. Sometime too hot, the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou own'st, nor shall death brag thou wanderedst in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. What a wonderful text, and it really is drawn out in this piece that you're about to hear. Some interpretations of this piece are about romance, but in history, they actually believe that Shakespeare wrote this for the death of someone that was really personal to him. And so the love here is, in some interpretations, a love of romance, but sometimes a love of something beyond that, something of loss, a love of loss. So this is Shall I Compare Thee? We're now going to move into a different section, and this is all about love of place. So the next three pieces are all three different pieces that talk about a different place and a different culture. And so these three places are three different cultures that talk about love and talk about love in that location. The first one we're going to sing of is called Arirang, and it is a Korean folk song. And so this Korean folk song is over 600 years old. It has over 60 variations, over 3,000 arrangements of it. And so the actual creation of it is kind of lost in history right now. And there are different interpretations about what it means and where it's from. But the main story is the idea of someone that is leaving another. And so this is the idea of love being taken away. And so this is Arirang, a Korean folk song by Hyo Won-woo. We're now going to move to Scotland, and I'm sure many of you have heard this piece. Actually, before that, I'm incorrect, sorry. We're actually going to be right here in Virginia. We're taking a look at Shenandoah, and we all know this wondrous river. The composer James Erb used to be the director of choral activities at the University of Virginia in Richmond. And he was actually the first conductor of the Richmond Symphony Chorus. And he retired, I believe, 2007, and then he passed away about 7 years later. But this is one of his most famous arrangements. It's sung everywhere, and it's such a treasure, this piece in particular. One of the things that you'll hear at the beginning is the treble voices will sing kind of the melody all together in unison, and the bass voices will sing it all together in melody. And then they go into harmony, and it's really interesting. Later on, you'll hear the different sections of the treble voices, and they'll sing it in what we call a canon. So that means one voice sings it, and then a little bit later, a second voice will kind of imitate it. And so it's kind of like if I started singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and then you start singing it just a little bit later, that would be a canon. Okay? So this is Shenandoah by James Erb.
Shenandoah.
Okay, now we'll go to Scotland. So this is Loch Lomond. Some of you might be familiar with this, but Loch Lomond is the lake. You might know Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. That's where that comes from. So for this piece in particular, talking about the love that they meet at Loch Lomond, the lake, but then they're not able to be together again. So we're in Scotland now, and this is Loch Lomond. So we conclude that section of love of place and the different locations that we can feel love and find love. And now we go into a section of pieces that I think reflect a deeper kind of love than just romance or lust. This is love that goes beyond just physical attraction. This is love that kind of really goes down deep into the soul. And so this piece that we're going to sing is one movement from a big work called Illuminare. And this piece is called Caritas, this movement. And the opening text is, love abounds all, is everywhere. And so this really touches upon this idea of loving so deeply that is in the soul, and it transfers that soul up into the heavens, as we see. So this is Caritas. We're going to follow that with a setting of Set Me as a Seal by Renee Clausen. Renee Clausen is a composer and conductor. He taught at Concordia College in Minnesota, and he is one of the most, I think, prolific living composers today. There are over, I think, 1 million copies of his music sold. So he's very prolific, and now he just kind of writes, and he doesn't teach full-time as he did before. But this is Set Me as a Seal, and this piece in particular, this idea of set me as a seal upon your heart, this image or this thing that just stays with you. And so I think it really touches down deep into the soul and the heart. So Set Me as a Seal by Renee Clausen. We're now going to bring our chamber ensemble up for one more tune from them as the chorale takes a seat. This is an arrangement of It Had to Be You and You Made Me Love You. And so It Had to Be You, made famous. It was in Casablanca and a lot of other movies in the 1900s. And then You Made Me Love You, really made famous by Judy Garland. She did a recording of this. And so the composer did a mashup of the two. And so we're going to take it to the jazz club right now. So here it is. And this will be played by Karen Randall.
Somebody who
So we're at that time. I know it feels like it flew by, but we're at that time for the last piece of the concert. And there's just a lot of people that I would like to thank. First off, I'd like to thank our wonderful board that does so many things for this chorale. If you're a board member, would you please stand? I know there's some in the audience as well. Board members. They help and handle a lot of the logistics that happen with putting on these concerts and running the organization, so thank you to them. I also want to thank the singers for all their time and effort. They come on Monday nights and they let me yell at them for 2 hours. I'm nice about it though, right? But we have a good time on Monday nights, and so it's really been a pleasure this whole season to be with them and to work with them and just make music together. So thank you, singers, from me. I also want to recognize you all, the audience, for being here. I just told this to them during our sound check. If you weren't here, this would just be another rehearsal. So thank you for being here, and thank you for coming to support and listening and coming to hear live music. Because live music right now is not in the best of places and really needs the support from people like you. So by coming here and by donating and just hearing live music, it really, really goes a long way to helping sustain us. So thank you from us and me. Give yourselves a round of applause. I also want to thank our wonderful collaborative pianist, Alice Reel, who's there at the keys. Alice is there with us on Monday nights playing parts and doing all these things. She's the one-person orchestra. So thank you, Alice, for all that you do. Our last piece is It's a Grand Night for Singing, and it's from the film State Fair. It's a Roger and Hammerstein's composition, and so Roger and Hammerstein were the duo. One wrote music and one wrote the lyrics, and so they wrote so many musicals, The Sound of Music, a lot of great musicals that we know in our history. And so they actually wrote State Fair as a musical film. And so it wasn't supposed to be put on Broadway or anything like that. It was actually made for film. And so It's a Grand Night for Singing is one of the songs in that. And so we're going to close with this. It's a Grand Night for Singing. Before I forget, there's a reception downstairs. Please don't miss it. Otherwise, we'll have too much food left over. So come on down after, come meet the singers. I'd love to meet you. Come down to the reception, have some goodies.
Stars are
Thank you for being with us this wonderful afternoon, and I will see you down at the reception. Have a safe trip home, everyone.